People can talk about WeWork and say, look, it took a visionary to get it to this place.
Yes.
To get it to this place where it lost billions of dollars.
But the question is, here's a company that may be worth, I don't know, $7 billion. Maybe it'll ultimately be worth $10 billion or $15 billion if SoftBank gets its way. But there's a lot of people who went to work for the company because they thought it was going to be worth $47 billion.
No question. Yeah, no, like, and I think that, so that's always a tricky question, which is like, okay, is your market cap not what your investor paid for it? Is it like, and how do you know that and so forth? But I do think like the big problem was the culture got away from reality. Like the culture was so reality distorted that they couldn't hear what was really going on in the business. And look, I've interviewed people coming out of WeWork. I know there are people who knew they just didn't even know where the money was. I mean, not like fraud, like we didn't know. Like we didn't know how much money we had. We didn't know how much was coming in. We didn't know how much was going out. And so like you get into that state. How do you get into that state? Well, it's because along the way people are going, hey, look, our systems, our processes aren't keeping up with this business. And people are going like, bad news, we're changing the future of work. Right. And like when the culture goes like that, you can get into a really, really bad spot. But it's not that unusual a cultural problem where if you have such a pronounced, strong culture that it drives you into a bad
big
place.
idea, and then the nuts and bolts, someone's got to be looking at very closely.
Well, and your strength becomes your weaknesses. Like it, you can have a culture like that's hyper-competitive but doesn't, quite obey the law or these kinds of things. Right. And, and that's something that you have to design correctly.
I saw somebody say, if you tell a 32-year-old man he's Jesus, he will believe you.
Well, that's also true. Right. Yeah. Please, nobody do that.